we just got back from Sales Girl Summit in Atlanta. And fun fact, this was just the second time that Becca and I got to meet each other in person after working together for 3 years almost now behind the scenes. So that was super special. And we gabbed way too much, way too late. And we're catching up on our sleep. But I want to talk to you about what happened in that room that I think so many of you need to hear. Airplane running over my house. There were so many women in that room that wanted to make a really important investment in their business, and they were so torn up about that decision because they were like, I don't know if I can afford it. It's a stretch. What's it going to do to my bottom line? How's this going to impact my family? How much am I going to be able to pay myself? Will I be able to pay this off? Will I be able to make enough to make the payments on this big investment that I know could change my life? And there was this, we saw it in so many women, this turmoil of like, should I, shouldn't I? Can I, can't I? Because they didn't know their numbers. I want to ask you guys if you ever heard of, this is a trick question. Have you ever heard of COL? It's a trick question because I literally made it up on our drive from Charlotte to Atlanta last week when Becca and I were heading to the conference. And I said, we've got to really start talking to these women about their cost of lifestyle. Not your cost of living, your cost of lifestyle. Like, what is it costing you to live the lifestyle that you're living right now? Because I know so many of you don't know it down to a bottom line. And that is what's preventing you from knowing what kind of investments that you can or can't make in this moment. And that's why it's so frustrating when you see something that you want to do or an investment you want to make or someone you want to work with. And it's such a big decision of whether or not, it's not even like, do I want to or don't I want to make this investment? It's like, I don't even know if I can because I just don't know my numbers. And the common denominator between I want to make an investment, I know I need to make more money, the middle ground is knowing your numbers allows you to be able to make those decisions with so much peace and confidence. I want to tell you about one of our clients that we worked with who was able to leave her full-time job because she so clearly knew her COL, her cost of lifestyle. She said this decision that would have been a really, really dramatic, challenging, just drama decision. You guys know what I mean. When you have to make a decision, you're like, this is going to be such a big deal. Oh my gosh, how's this going to affect everything? Like all the swirling questions. She was able to just go, man, I was able to make this decision with my husband to leave my full-time job and come home because we knew exactly what that was going to do to our bottom line. It took all the drama out of the decision. She was able to make the decision based on facts, not feelings. And so knowing your COL, your cost of lifestyle, knowing your numbers means that you can leave your full-time job, that you can take that next big leap, that you can hire the help, that you can pay yourself more, whatever that thing is that you want to do, it becomes a yes or no in this moment. And if it's a no, it's like, okay, cool. So now what do I need to do to make it a yes? So it takes away, mosquito, gosh, there's a giant mosquito on my desk. It takes away all the drama of making that decision and taking the leap. Because money girls make confident financial decisions. Oh my gosh, I hit it. Got it. Gross. It was going to eat me otherwise. Okay, money girls make confident financial decisions. Confident business decisions. I want to tell you guys a story. When I was new to the money management game, I had just met Becca and I was a student in her program. I came in to mind her business. And I remember I called her up one day and I was like, Becca, I was crying and I was like, I am so stressed. I'm trying to make this leap from my full-time career in network marketing where I was really successful. I had built it over 10 years and I was literally at the top of my game. I was literally coming off of my highest revenue year ever. We had done $500,000 in sales. We were a top team nationally. And I decided to leave that business because I just had this calling inside of me to do something else, to do something that felt bigger to me, that was going to be mine. And of course, in making a business shift, I was taking an income cut for a season while I built up this new thing. And I called her and I was like, Becca, it's not looking good. My numbers are so bad. I'm so stressed out to just look. I don't even want to open my bank account. And it was just this big dramatic weight on my shoulders. And then on the flip side of that, the very next day, I was able to call her up and say, I got my numbers in my spreadsheet. Oh my gosh, it's not as bad as I thought. Holy heck, I know exactly what I need to do now. I actually, in fact, have enough to be able to hire that VA that I was talking to you about that's going to free up my time to be able to do X, Y, and Z so that I can focus on the income producing activities that it's going to take for me to make more money and grow my business and invest in myself while someone else can handle these tasks that are weighing me down. I already had enough, but yesterday the sky was falling. That is the power of knowing your numbers. That is what I mean when we say data over drama, facts over feelings. Our brain's job is to keep us safe. Our nervous system's job is to keep us safe. So when things feel new, hard, scary, we want to back away. But when we get that data, oh baby, it opens up all new windows for us, all new possibilities. It allows us to see what choices we have, what decisions we have, what possibilities are in front of us, because before all we could see was what we didn't have. And as soon as you shift to data, to looking at hard facts in front of you, you can start to look at what is possible for yourself. And then it becomes, now what's possible? What's next? What can I do? So I know that when you hop in sales calls, I know you guys have been there because I've been there, where you're like, I really need this sale. I really need to make some money today. And you've got dollar signs in your eyes. And whether or not that person tangibly feels that, there's this something in the room, you know. And it's not necessarily something you say or something you do, but sometimes it's something you don't do. Sometimes it's just that you yourself are holding yourself back from having the conversation that you really need to have to serve that person in front of you, that would lead to the sale, that would lead to them getting the help that they need in this area that they reached out to you about. Because you are focused on what you don't have right now. You've got those dollar signs in your eyes, doing the Bugs Bunny awooga thing. And so when you know your numbers, when you feel solid and secure in what you have, don't have, and what's possible, showing up to those sales conversations allows you to be truly present. Sales is inherently about the buyer. So when you get to show up and not thinking about Mimi, but thinking about that person that you get to serve, that you get to offer support to, a solution to, and really focus on problem solving for them, that's when sales get exciting. That's when they start just happening, when you are fully detached from the outcome of that conversation because you know you got this. You know that one sale is not going to make or break things for you. That's the freedom that comes when you start with your money, when you get good at money. And I know that's what you really want, because that's what I really wanted, and that's what I have now. So making more money, making more sales starts when you start with today. What do you have now? Where are you today? So that we can figure out what's possible tomorrow. So that we can free up the swirling questions in your mental space that are preventing you from doing the things you really need to do to go out and make more money. That's what's possible on the other side of getting good at money. So whether you're listening here, I'm on IG Live, I'm recording the podcast, we would love to hear what stood out to you after listening to this. What are you going to do differently? How do you want to think so that sales can feel easy? What are you hoping to achieve in your business or with your money? Whether that be in your personal life or in your business life, or both. All right, I'm going to leave you with that today. But we're cheering you on. We're over here. We're cheering you on. We want more for you. We know that you've got this. And we know right now there's a lot happening inside that's telling you that it's worse than it is. But I promise you, remember that story I told you, it always feels worse. 9 times out of 10, it feels like it's going to be really bad, especially if you're not looking. But what you can do is just start looking, just start taking one step in front of the other. And it's going to open doors to you about what is possible for you, which is going to change the sales game for you. All right. Have a great day.